Welcome back to Dad Deals for more things you should be buying at Harbor Freight in June 2025. The parking lot sale is behind us. Harbor Freight just dropped a bunch of new coupons. We also have a couple of new items to talk about, so stay tuned, sit back, relax. I'll break it all down for you, let you know what you need to know for this month. And as always, please give the video a like if you find it helpful, subscribe to my channel, and let's waste no time and dive right into these deals. So first off, the much anticipated for some of you guys out there, your US General magnetic accessories, pretty much all of them now come in slate gray. I don't really know why it took Harbor Freight this long to offer this color in all their accessories, but now they do. I gotta say, I actually preferred the way the black ones used to look on the gray cabinets, but if you really want to match things up, or maybe you want to reverse it, maybe you have a black cabinet and you want to put some gray accessories on there, now you can. So now let's get into some of those new coupons. Here is the telescoping flow-through car wash brush. So if you have any tall vehicles out there, especially maybe RVs or even boats, this can make washing them a lot easier, so you don't have to get on a ladder or anything like that. But this is 22% off right now at $17. Some step drill bits are on sale. Here's the Hercules kind. This is the Cobalt 3/16 and 1 1/8 inch step drill bits for $35. That's 30% off the normal price. And then under the Bauer brand, you're going to find the black oxide versions of these step drill bits. And this is going to be a 3-pack from 1/8 inch to 3/4 inch. These step drill bits are really handy, especially if you just need to drill a rough hole into something. These make it super easy. You can always go a little bit bigger hole without having to change bits or anything like that. I love these things. So definitely get these while they're on sale. The summer heat is really starting to kick up here in late June. And here's the Central Machinery. This is just your basic, pretty much 3-speed high velocity fan. It's 16% off at $50. I don't have this brand, but I have a Lasco version that I've used in my garage for a long time. These are very easy to mount up high in your shop or garage, and they really just help get that airflow going. You could even pair one of these up to one of those smart plugs and put it on a scheduled timer. So I use one of these in the summertime to really air out my garage, and then I even use it in the wintertime paired with a heater to kind of circulate that heat in my garage. So these things are super useful and can be used year round. Next up, we have the Grant's handheld steam cleaner. I did a whole review on this tool, so go check out that if you haven't already. But I still use this thing. It's a great cleaning tool. Can really bust through some tough stains. It's really great for cleaning a shower, both tile and glass. But this is on sale right now for $30, 25% off. You're getting all the accessories that you're going to need with it. So that's a great price. They also have the Pittsburgh Creepers. I have one of these in blue that I've had for a long time, and it's held up really well. I love all the little slots in it to put any screws or nuts and bolts that you might have. The pillow is also kind of nice and comfy. And this is $33, 17% off right now. These storehouse stacking tilt bins are really nice. They can stack on top of each other. You can set them on a workbench, or you can actually wall mount them, but they're all interlocked together. And these are just $1.50. That's 50% off the normal price. So you can get a bunch of these. The Hercules 17-inch tool tote with 19 pockets is on sale for $28. If you've seen my channel a lot, you know that I like to use these as grill and griddle caddies. They're way cheaper than the name brand Blackstone ones out there, and they work just as well. The pockets on the side are great for putting spices in. You can put the extra large spatulas, all the things in here. It just gives you a lot of room to work with. And of course, you can also use this for tools as well. This Bauer battery brad nailer might be one of the cheapest brad nailers on the market when it comes to battery versions. And this one's 20% off at just $80. This is tool only though. You will need to have some batteries on hand, or you can get those adapters and maybe use some of the other batteries that you have, but a great price on this brad nailer. The Merlin 25-foot 3/8 inch rubber air hose is $12. You also have the Central Pneumatic. This is the pistol grip air inflator, has the built-in gauge to it, has that locking clip on the end, so it'll lock right to your tire valve. Already has the quick connect down here, and this is just $8. I feel like this liquid transfer pump has been on sale for every single one of their sales they've had recently, but here it is back on sale at $7.50. That's a solid price for it, 44% off. I use this thing to gas up my riding lawnmower, and I actually also use a different one, obviously, to do some water changes in my fish tank. But there's a bunch of uses for this, and just super convenient to have and very cheap. Here are your 3-ton heavy-duty ratcheting jack stands from Daytona, and these are 40% off at $30. Come in a bunch of different colors. You can match whatever color scheme you're going for. Maybe match your car or your vehicle, but a great price here, $30. I really like this Blaster Rust Shield. If you store any outdoor tools, like I have a pull-behind aerator that I store outside, I always spray it down with this, and it's done really well to prevent it from rusting. but you can use this on your car or pretty much anything, and it's just $8 right now, 20% off. Here's a heavy duty ratcheting tie down, 1,000-pound capacity, 10-foot version for just $4. You also have these solid rubber wheel chocks. These are really nice. If you're still using those cheap plastic ones, you really should upgrade. These are cheap enough to be a no-brainer, and these are just $5 a piece. The Hallmaster double ball aluminum hitch has all your different riser positions, so just a very versatile tow hitch. And this is on sale for $110, $30 off. It's nice to see this Predator solar panel on sale. This is fairly new. Kind of came out when those battery power stations came out. But this one's a nice 100-watt solar panel. Folds up, has the built-in handles on it. It's already on sale right now, $115, $15 off. I know these were a little hard to find in the stores recently, but they're back in stock at my local store. Also, speaking of generators, I know I've mentioned it and some other people have mentioned it as well. We are really getting into the heart of hurricane season here on the East Coast. So if you are in an area where you think you need a generator or you're located somewhere where it's going to take a while to restore your power, it's a really good idea to grab a generator now, as these things are already hard to come by once those hurricane watches and hurricane warnings go out. And I'm sure the supply chain and tariffs and whatever else is just going to make that so much worse. So do yourself a favor, grab one of these ones, especially if they're on sale. Here we have the 2000 watt. This is the inverter generator. These are really nice. And this is $150 off at $450. And then if you need to step things up, this is the 3500, comes on some wheels. It's an inverter generator as well, so it's going to be fine to use with any sensitive electronics, anything like that. But this one's $700, $100 off. All right, next up we have the Pittsburgh 1/4-inch drive metric socket set. It's $10. This is a great set to have in the car. Kind of gets all your popular sizes, can get you out of a lot of different situations with this thing. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh 36-inch jumbo pry bar. This thing's pretty sweet at $15. You can really do some damage with this, and pry bars are one of my favorite things to pick up over at Harbor Freight. Next up, we have the Braun 500 lumen slim bar work light. Now, this one's very similar to that Icon one. The Icon one does come in cool colors, but if you don't really care about that, you just want it to be black, this one's just $24 right now, 20% off. I like that this one has the light on the end, so you kind of use it as a flashlight as well as a bar light, but that's a good price right there, 24 bucks. If you have any TVs to mount, check out this Armstrong. This can handle a 23-inch to 65-inch TV. This has full motion swivel and can mount to a single stud. Now just keep in mind, I used to use these a lot. I kind of gotten away from using them because it does make your TV stick out from the wall quite a bit. But if you really like that swivel action, these are still really nice. And then we have another light here from Braun. This is the 750 lumen portable work light, and this is $10. We have some Gordon scissors. These are just 69 cents. I know these are a free item sometimes, but I mean, under $1, there's really not much you can get for that price these days. Next up, we have the anti-fatigue foam mats. These are the kind of puzzle piece versions that hook together. These are $9. I've actually seen a bunch of people talk about really other uses for these things. One of them being if you're going to go out and get your kids one of those giant inflatable water park sort of bounce house things that are really popular these days, getting a bunch of these and putting them underneath it will not only protect it from getting punctured, but it will also make it a lot nicer for your kids to walk on. And then I've even seen people stack these up and use a router to cut inserts for their tools in different toolboxes, like maybe the Tough System or Pack Out or anything like that. So there are a ton of other uses for these other than just stepping on, but this 4-pack is just $9. Your 5-gallon bucket lids are only $2. That's really the price they should be all the time. They try to raise the price on this, especially when they do free bucket weekend. So they make these $3 or $3.50. I've seen them sometimes because people will just buy these, like me. I'm guilty of that, to get the free bucket, but then you end up spending $3.50 on a bucket and lid, where these really should be $1 or $2. But you can pick them up for $2 right now. Next up, we have the Hardy cut resistant work gloves at just $3.50. These are really nice. You have the 2-gallon home and garden sprayer at $12. This is an awesome set here. This has 10mm versions of all the sockets that you probably have lost, so you can replenish all of your sets here for just $12. Now these next deals are for Inside Track Club members only. Of course, that's the yearly subscription, but this is the Pittsburgh 1/2-inch drive click torque wrench. Can go 10 to 150 foot-pounds, and this is $17. You also have the 1-gallon super compact, super portable, ultra quiet air compressor here. Has the built-in handle, really nice if you're on the go a lot and need one of these. This is $130. Now we talked about the gray US General magnetic accessories. Here's the magnet tray and screwdriver holder. This one's actually on sale for ITC members at 12 bucks, but all the other colors are also on sale. We also have the Hallmaster rotating hitch pin with the lock on it for $8. This is pretty awesome. This is the Warrior flexible extension bit holder, so you can really get into some tight spaces with this. It's just 14 bucks. Here's a pressure washer foam cannon. Now this thing's a lot nicer. If you've gotten a pressure washer recently and maybe it came with a cheap foam cannon, definitely upgrade yourself. This one is really nice. It's metal constructed, and this one's $25. You also have your assorted length bungee cables, 6-piece set here for $2.79. And then last up, if you have any camping trips coming up, check out this hammock. Folds up into a nice compact bag. Comes with some tree straps at $15. That's it. Those are all the deals for the rest of June. Now, Harbor Freight often will have a lot of the parking lot sale deals as coupons the following weekend, so we will have to see if that happens this coming weekend. They've been kind of hit and miss with it recently, and I haven't been able to get any inside information for you guys. We'll just have to wait and see on that. So if you missed out on any of those deals, you might get a second chance at it coming up here soon. But that's it. Again, if you liked the video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you next time on Dad Deals.